emotionally developed, if that makes sense. You know, at least at the heart level. You know, and globally, when you look at it, I did some thinking, and it starts to it makes a lot of sense when you look at it from a global aspect. You really start to understand, and I'm not like sympathizing with any races around the world and shit like that, but like, you know, I'm looking at all the races around the world and shit, and I start to feel bad because it's just like it's high key. Maybe, you know, these are grown adults who haven't emotionally and physically grown and sprouted into a full cup person, if you will. And this it explains like the bitterness and the hatred, the extreme violence, at least again from the heart level and from an emotional perspective. It starts to make sense. You quite literally become a victim of your own hatred-ism, right? And that's just like, I don't know, like low key, bro. Like looking back, or at least like for me personally, I am full of love. That's first things first. I would never make an entire society, yet alone. I would never, if I were to have children, like I would definitely try to pass down as much love as I can, but like I'm not going to like, you know, emotionally like stab someone in the. I want to tackle this from like a very, you know, creative perspective, if you will. But I think, I don't know, like it's crazy because I truly feel like white supremacy might truly be not only a cry for help, right? But it just like the white girl said, it does high key rob them from developing, right? At least at a certain age, when you don't when you don't let children grow and sprout into a full, you know, full gallon, that when they eventually get into the adult age, it's nothing but bitterness, and it's really like a child trapped like in an adult body because they haven't been given the chance to fully sprout into the soil, right? And this is what's going on. Like, you know, this is how you become. You quite literally jail yourself. You put yourself in a jail of your own victimization, or hatred, or bitterness, or anger, or disillusionment, whatever, right? And this is what we get. This is what white supremacy is. It's really like an extremic, or at least like an extremism cry for help, because, you know, this said child, or man child, or little girl, whatever the case, never, their seed never got to soil and never connected with the plant. It's quite literally a disconnect, right? I don't know. It's, you know, at least like this is how I view like, you know, this white supremacy, whatever you want to call it, right? Or just looking at how society and shit like that. I don't know. It's interesting. It's very crazy. I might like actually fuck it. We'll keep all this in there. I'm looking at this shit from like all angles at this point. Like this, I'm looking at this from like the first angle, which is here, the emotional aspect and the mental aspect, right? Like, I don't know. I think a lot needs to change. I feel like that white girl definitely made a little series on that. You feel me? So, peaceful hour shit. You feel me? This is how. This is how I'm looking at, again, white supremacists. Like, I think it's children they've been forced into an adult body with a disconnect at the heart and soul and soil. You know what I'm saying? And this is how you get like, I don't know, like you get this bitterness, blind peanut butter rage and into a fucking sandwich, nigga. And this shit just tastes sour low key. You really start to feel bad because, like, I don't know, like, we're talking like an entire generation of white people who have truly, has white supremacy has robbed them of developing from any angle. First things first, right? And then you have an entire society that builds monopolies and exploits that shit and furthers amplifies it. Like, looking at like Kylie Jenner and shit, like the fucking Kylie Jenny lips, nigga, like the fact that she made a whole cosmetic slash fucking, you know, business on like shit that other folks, you know, have naturally, mentally, emotionally, even at the body, right? Appearances, whatever the case. You get an entire beauty slash exploitative fucking, you know, systems and whatever, monopolies, if you will, on like basic shit that other people have naturally, and they turn that into a business, right? It's just like, what that does to your mental health is crazy work, first things first, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. How is that even... It's crazy. Digital feminism and white supremacism, you could damn near like put them in the same bubble, like side by side, you feel me? Shit's unnatural, you know? I feel bad for like the blacks, the ancestors, nigga, us, the brownies, you feel me? But I also feel bad for white people because white supremacism has basically taken everything away from them from multiple angles all at the same time and doesn't give them a chance to grow and to plant themselves into, you know. So you get an entire generation of bitter-heartedness, right? Hey, I'm cooking here, you feel me? And this shit just, yeah, shit continues. And the cycle continues. Those children are having children. Incomplete souls having incomplete children. You know? So it's just like, when is that shit gonna end? You feel me? When are, at least like, no offense to, you know, like the good whiteys out there, like, nigga, you know, at least that's what you would say, right? This pattern, low key, bro, the pattern has to be like broken, is what I'm trying to say. Like, I think, yeah, like, I think folks need to be like self-aware and realize that, I don't know, is white supremacism truly a cry for help, but also how do we break this pattern, right?
One of those